how does this feel? How surreal is it that you're going to the Super Bowl?
I wouldn't call it surreal.
Or is it?
I wouldn't call it surreal. I would say it's exciting.
Hello everyone, Christian here. Welcome to Playmaker, and today we'll be taking a look at Joe Burrow's incredible comeback story. In this video, we'll be covering how Cincinnati Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow went from suffering a devastating knee injury to eventually returning to play for the Bengals and leading them to an AFC conference title. After having one of the greatest seasons for a quarterback in college history at LSU, Joe Burrow was set for greatness. Every outlet had him going first in the 2020 NFL Draft, and when it actually happened, it was to no one's surprise. Now the face of the Cincinnati Bengals franchise, Burrow was set to lead the team from years of mediocrity and losing into a new era. Burrow's rookie season was off to an excellent start. Despite a losing record, the quarterback was playing well, including notable performances during 2 games against the Cleveland Browns and a win against the rising Tennessee Titans. Although the chance to make it in the playoffs was grim with a 2-6-1 record, Burrow and the Bengals showed flashes of brilliance, providing hope to all Bengals fans that the team was in good hands for years to come. Unfortunately, the worst was yet to come. On November 22, 2020, during a game against the Washington football team, Burrow was tackled on a play by linemen Montez Sweat and Jonathan Allen. Getting carted off the field, it was later revealed that Burrow had torn his ACL and MCL. The Bengals and their fans' worst fears had come true. Burrow was out for the rest of the season, and just like that, the Bengals season that was full of promise had essentially ended. They finished the season with a disappointing 4-11-1 record. But if you thought such a devastating injury would keep this Heisman-winning phenom down, then you had another thing coming. Even as the season went on and Joe couldn't even train, Burrow often attended Bengals quarterback meetings through Zoom. Then after getting reconstructive surgery on his knee in December, Burrow went right to work. Although completing the rehab process was an undertaking in and of itself, what ultimately allowed Joe to persevere was his mental approach and resiliency throughout. In an interview with Sports Illustrated, Burrow revealed that, quote, "Every workout to me was life or death. Whether he was feeling down or physically hurting, he never stopped or looked back. And more importantly, throughout the recovery, there wasn't a single doubt in his mind that he would come back on the field." And come back he did. Before long, Burrow had already begun training with teammates, and in June, he had begun taking part in activities with Bengal teammates during camp. To say his rehabilitation was complex is an understatement. His training regimen involved completing exercises using a wide array of equipment, from resistance bands and gravity treadmills to isolated leg squats with a kettlebell dangling from his arm. He was making more progress as time passed. By April, he had already begun throwing again. Before long, Burrow had begun training with teammates, and in June, he had begun taking part in activities with Bengals teammates during minicamp. In August, he was a full participant in training camp. Heading into the 2021 season, outlets expressed concerns regarding Burrow's playing ability, considering the speed at which he had recovered and how inconsistent the offense seemed during instances of training camp. Burrow raised all doubts right from the jump after a thrilling overtime victory in Week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings, which saw him throw for 261 yards and 2 touchdowns. With the addition of wide receiver Jamar Chase after drafting him with the 8th pick in the 2021 draft, and now with their quarterback back on the field, the Bengals were back in business and realizing their full potential. Despite some difficult losses, the Bengals went on to finish the season with a 10-7 record and captured the AFC North title after an epic win against the Kansas City Chiefs, where Burrow threw for 446 yards and 4 touchdowns. Furthermore, he went on to break several Bengals quarterback records for passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage in a season. In the playoffs, Burrow and the Bengals have been nothing short of terrific, leading his team to victories against the Las Vegas Raiders and heavily favored Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs en route to a Super Bowl appearance. Burrow has shown that you can never count out the Bengals, not even for a second, and especially with him playing at center. Now set to take on the Los Angeles Rams at Super Bowl 56, we can't wait to see his journey come full circle. Win, lose, or draw, if there's one thing for certain, it's that Joe Burrow's comeback story will be one for the ages. Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring that bell for more great content from Playmaker.